Right.
It's some special sort of, like, I think Bob called it a bunch of, like, patriotic Mad Libs, like, in a blender or something. Like, it's just, but it's fascinating because you're like, she is not even really speaking the English language anymore. It's something that you don't even Republicans, this latest speech, were like, what is she? I can imagine being there at the Iowa thing. Republicans were like, what?
There was a little bit of nervous laughter.
Because I keep thinking, is it me that I'm going, what? It's not even, you can't even tell what she's saying. Even if you're on her side and you like her, it's fascinating, whatever's happening.
I mean, she was off the rails before the teleprompter broke.
Right.
I think that her last handler has quit, and so she's on her own.
Do you think she's somewhat difficult?
I think she's a little difficult.
Okay, it's like my videographer. By the way, somebody said my videographers are the drummers from Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
Hi, Sean.
Sarah Palin's like the Ariana Grande of the political world.
What's that mean?
Ariana Grande, she's notoriously awful.
Oh. Yeah, Diva asked. Maybe.
Difficult?
I'm trying to get our lower demographics into the show.
Right. But anyway, so Bob wrote a great piece this week. Charlie Pierce mentions it as well, but...
What?
Yeah, Kathleen Madigan, happy hour stack is just getting thicker and thicker. Gwyneth Paltrow says steam your vagina, and OBGYN says don't. We'll discuss the the pro and con.
All right.
With Kathleen on the happy hour this week. I would go to StephanieMiller.com now and get it before it explodes.
Yeah.
I would get the video cast and the podcast.
Yeah.
Because, right?
Right. I mean, if only just to get Monique Marvez.
Yeah, from last week. From last week. Also wildly popular.
Yeah.
All right. 1-800-STEPH-12, the phone number. Dino Badala coming up at the top of the hour.
Yep. Comedian
extraordinaire Carlos Alice Rocky live in hour number 3 live in studio. Paul in Iowa, or as Mike Huckabee would say, in Iowa. Hi, Paul.
Hi, Steph.
Hi, go ahead.
Yeah, to answer your question, yes, we do cuss in the workplace. I think if Mike Huckabee came to our workplace, I think he'd croak over.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. I didn't think they had that there.
Yeah, I don't think he's done any actual research onto what goes on in the workplace in Iowa. I think he just pulled that straight out of his ass.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, you have to give him a break because he is probably, like most Republicans, just bereft at the thought of losing Benghazi.
Yeah.
Yes. It's very sad. Looks like the committee's falling apart.
Benghazi. 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 It's been
First few dozen hearings on this, I just thought they had to please themselves. Now they're raising money and there's got to be a special place in hell. My Benghazi coffee mug that I got for $50 says that I'm a lowlife and a slime. With Benghazi, it's never ending. It's making me dizzy. Time that we're spending. We're sick of Benghazi.
Benghazi.
They're using Benghazi.
Benghazi.
They're so sleazy.
Benghazi.
Fundraising Benghazi.
By the way,
Yes.
speaking of cursing in the workplace in Iowa, Caitlin tweets, I'm listening in Iowa. I'm female. I have cursed at work. Huckabee is full of...
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much. You little potty mouths. Trashy women that swear in the workplace, according to Mike Huckabee. Trashy. It's tragedy is what it is.
Yes.
Okay. How is the Snowpocalypse going?
Massachusetts got it pretty hard.
Right.
You know, New England got it pretty hard.
Yes.
But New York,
Yeah.
New York, they're a bunch of pussies.
Donald Trump tweeted, President Obama, our great leader, wants to declare martial law in New York City as a means of helping out with the massive storm. Actually, governors had declared a state of emergency.
Yeah.
New York authorities imposed travel bans that were already lifted by the time he tweeted that.
Right.
Gonna build a beauty of a border fence. I'm Trump. It's what I do. I build. He's such a buffoon.
He's a charlatan. He's a charlatan. Just like Sarah Palin.
Yes. All right. Mayor de Blasio yesterday. On the
bottom line is we got lucky. Things turned out a lot better than we feared, but we were prepared.
And then the governor in Massachusetts.
The power outage numbers at this point are significantly below where we anticipated they would be. That's a really good thing. That's due in large part to the fact that the temperature was a bit colder than I think most people anticipated it would be, and as a result, the snow was a lot lighter and fluffier.
I guess all of Nantucket lost power, and so they're still trying to restore power on the island.
Yeah, Charlie Pierce was all snuggled in his little bunker yesterday when we talked to him. He just sounded like the human fly. He was, help me.
New Englanders are hardy, but they're a hardy bunch.
Is. Charlie is. He's made of sturdy stuff.
Yeah.
Charlie Pierce. All right. So what else is going on? The drone guy, the guy that landed the drone at the White House, a little drunk. You know how it is. Who knows what's going to happen at the Happy Hour podcast with Kathleen Madigan this week?
We may fly a drone.
Yeah.
Into the White House or into the woods.
Somewhere. The president said it may be part of a larger problem they may need to look at.
This is a broader problem. I'll leave the Secret Service to talk about this particular event.
We're not going to have time for it.
Yes, we'll play the rest of that when we get back. 29 minutes after the hour, it's the Stephanie Miller Show. This is the entire Your Handy Guide to the most epic Sarah Palin speech ever.
Yeah.
And he even pays for her channel and watches stuff. He's obsessive. It's just, and some of this, because we played a little hunk of it, but some of this was even,
on the back, so you can't ride them if you're on a...
Yeah, it's not even about mocking her anymore. It's just really, my brain has become...
Well, it's for me, it's stop laughing at her and help her.
Right. You know how I have a photographic memory for the Bill O'Reilly phone sex scandal?
Right.
I forget everything, movie references, but for some reason I have a photographic memory.
Yeah. For the Andrea Macris thing.
Right. The lawsuit against him for sexual harassment and the phone sex, whatever, in the loofah and the shower, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So
and the wine intravenously.
Right. Right.
These are details I didn't even know existed.
Oh, God, yes.
Yeah, and then that, again, because I thought I was gay, but I was like, what? Does this turn any woman on, scraping off several layers of your epidermis with a loofah while you're with a Middle Eastern food product? Is that something
he said
that makes
a falafel
some women...
or a loofah or something. Yeah.
Right.
I remember the falafel thing.
I thought maybe it was a apparently.
I mean, go all
There's
Rain
some
Man on
woman
this.
that apparently looks at Bill O'Reilly naked and says, yes, rub some Middle Eastern something on me,
Rub
mister, because...
deep fried chickpea cake on me.
It's just like every Fox News. Some
do
viewers
not
say.
seem like you have a anger management problem of any kind. You are...
Some people are saying Bill O'Reilly is sex on a stick.
Yeah, I guess. Wow. Yeah, somebody said we'll do it live.
Mm-hmm.
Right? With Bill O'Reilly. Think about it.
Do it live.
Right.
I'll write it and we'll do it live.
He goes off the script when it comes to that.
Pardon me?
He goes off the script when it comes to sex.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't. This is... So anyway, we'll go through this with Bob in hour 3. But yeah, there are some things in here. I just... and even... That's the thing is reading it... Because it's even better. I mean, yeah, her voice is irritating and whatever, but when you read it, because you're like, oh, maybe it was just all the dropping the ends and whatever, that maybe I missed what she said. And no, you're like, no, what she said doesn't make any sense at all.
Dropping the G's.
Right.
She left in the ends.
Right.
Could you imagine the person who had to transcribe that? They must have been losing their minds.
Right.
They had to go over that
Right.
tape like 5 million times to make sure they got every word right.
Right. If she's ever, like, if there's ever a stenographer, if she's in a court case, that'll be a
That
spinal
court
tap
reporter
drop.
is overtime
Like,
pay.
I don't.
Yeah.
This is not an English sentence. There's no.
There's no keys on my little shorthand board for it.
Oh, like the finger thing. I missed that. She said, you know, for it is they who point a finger, not realizing that they have triple the amount of fingers pointing right back at them, revealing they are the ones that really discriminate and divide on color and class and sex.
What? What does that mean?
Well, that's when you
how
do
would you
this.
grow more fingers to point?
Because like when you point one finger, you're pointing 3 at yourself.
Right.
That's the reference. But
she messed that up.
Yeah, she still screwed it up. It's kind of like the George Bush "Fool Me Once."
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she gets like she'll start with one. She's sort of like if it were your toddler, you'd be like, "Oh, that's good." You're starting with, "Oh no, wait, that has nothing to do." Like she starts with an analogy, and then she gets into a. It's like when John Boehner gets into a drunken ladder analogy, and he doesn't,
She veers off course real fast. She sees something shiny and dives right in.
So we paint the contrast with bold colors, and we don't underestimate the wisdom of the people when we, on offense, give them the truth and the true state of the union, especially showing young people what's actually going on.
I don't think any young people are paying attention to what
And
she's
I
saying.
somehow just randomly pick the things that actually make more sense than some of the other things. Okay. Oh, she said something about foregoing. She totally screwed that up. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Oh, she held up. She had a prop, as she does. She always brings a prop.
Right.
She's the carrot top of the
She brought
Republican
the-
Stephanie Miller.
Well, I've come to accept that I have the body of a postmenopausal senior woman. I do. I'm at peace with it.
He just wants the food. He doesn't like the cuddles.
He likes the cuddles too. He's a good boy. Hi, friend. Say hello to America. It is the Stephanie Miller Show.
There's something seriously wrong with you.
Right. Dino Badal. Well, can't start now with that discussion. 1-800-STEPH12, the phone number toll free from anywhere. You know why?
Why?
Because someone wants to talk about what's wrong with you. Steve in New York, you're on the Stephanie Miller Show. Hello, Steve.
Well, thank you very much, Steph. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, Steve.
You know, Chris, most of the time, man, I'm in your corner, but you know what? You really pissed me off.
Right, me too. What are we talking about?
What did I say?
You said something about New York that wasn't very nice.
What did I say?
You said that New Yorkers are a bunch of...
Oh. Yeah, why don't you come there and say that to his face?
Yeah.
You know what? You're tough. You can take it.
You know, listen, let me tell you something, partner. I've been here when snow was hip deep.
Uh-huh.
Hip deep, okay? And I had to go somewhere, all righty? And I did.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't you ever talk about New Yorkers and snow, baby, because we see it.
I'll hold him. You hit him.
Seen down there in Southern California. A whole hell of a lot.
Yeah, who are you calling a putty tat?
I've lived through earthquakes that you have never lived through, Steve.
What's that?
I've lived through earthquakes that you have never lived through.
Oh, man, earthquakes. Earthquakes.
Oh, no. Why did you shut down the entire city subway when it's never been done in the history of the city before?
You didn't even have scuffle